Now, controversial cross-dresser Idris Okuneye, a.k.a. Bobrisky, appears to be in hot soup, if you ask me. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned him in court on a 6-count charge bordering on abuse of the Naira and other offenses. The lady boy, if you understand me, has pleaded guilty to the accusations, especially the abuse of the Naira, and has begged for mercy. But the trial judge has not budged. He has sent Bobrisky back to the EFCC custody and therefore reserved judgment on the matter to April 9. We are prisoners of the choices we make in life here, Majid. Make the choice, but be ready.
He or she, Idris,
him, shim.
Him, honestly, I think the EFCC needs to conduct more investigation to this on its matter.
Okay.
I love the way it's been paraded, and beyond this trial, they need to dig into how, because they checked 2 of his accounts. You say you are selling creams. What kind of creams are you selling to earn 187 million and another one 57 million? And you are not paying tax. Now it says it's a social media influencer with 5 million followers.
Yeah.
And we have had a lot of things, I mean, that we cannot say on television here, that he/she does. So it has been a negative influence to a lot of youth in the society. So beyond this media trial for him, which, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, you can see some of the people who are even going there to see him. You can see a lot of views on social media because of this character.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a boy, Idris. How can you win a competition meant for ladies? This is where the whole thing started from. Beyond abusing the Naira, of course, abusing the Naira is just a very flimsy thing. The EFCC sees people at parties, even selling notes on a daily basis without, arresting them.
Oh, yeah.
So they need to dig deeper into what he does. Because
it's deeper than we think.
It's deeper than what we think. So the EFCC or even the police or other security agencies needs to dig very deep into his activities to trace the source of funds into his accounts. Because Yoruba says, "Iromiton Joni Ojuomi Onilwe is beneath the water."
The person where they dance for street, you don't say the drummer.
The drummer, they somewhere. That's the way I see it. Yeah. Yes, it's good for him to have pleaded guilty. He said he was going to use his 5 million followers to preach against Naira abuse. She will still do it at another occasion.
Yeah. Jide, you have your attitude to this.
Yes. The Bob Reckless is a big attention seeker. There's no doubt about it that he's a terrible influence to young people. And if we are not careful, some of the negative things happening in America, they will start doing it before our eyes here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know? It's a terrible thing.
And then you'll be told
going on.
The world they do.
And they will say, look, it's their sexual preference and all that. God designed marriage for man and woman for the purpose of procreation and to live together happily.
Oh, yeah.
The people who want to be gay and the rest of them, because they cannot procreate on their own, they go to adopt children? Why don't you give birth to your own children?
Oh.
You know, Shebi, you are married.
You are reminding me of the late Robert Mugabe.
You are married. You are married to a fellow man. Deliver your own baby now. Let us see. I mean, I don't want to go into all this. But if we really want to defeat this abuse of our currency, then the punishment has to be stiff. It's not the only one.
Yeah.
It's not the only one. Interestingly, the EFCC, they dropped, the prosecution dropped the matter of suspected money laundering. They count 5 and count 6, they dropped it and limited themselves to the matter of Naira abuse.
Yeah.
And seeing that, look, they had these videos. I'm not going to call him he, she. He's a man. If he wants me to believe that he's not a man, let him get into a state of undress and let us see the kind of genitalia that is going around with. You know? So because he knows that, okay, the punishment is not that stiff, he quickly, in order not to waste the time of the court, he quickly
guilty.
Admitted his guilt. And because of that, allocutors, I predict that on April 9, when the court will sentence him, he will get a light sentencing.
Yeah.
The last woman, the actress that was convicted, the actress that was convicted, Mother Asimi, that was convicted the other day. She was fined. She was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment with an option of fine, and she was fined 300,000. Actually, the act prescribes 50,000 naira fine, but the judge felt, look, in order for this to serve as a deterrent to others, the judge fined her 300,000. If you fine Bob Reckless 300,000, it's chicken change to her. I will not call. This is what I choose to call her, Bob Reckless. If you if you fine Bob Reckless 300,000 naira, it's nothing to her because she has money. That even the EFCC, they too are confused as per where did this money come from. You know, so there has to be punishment without an option of fine for this kind of crime, even if it is for 2 months.
Yeah.
Watching people stand on our currency, dancing on it, and behaving irresponsibly on it, throwing it as if it doesn't matter. In a season when people do not know where their next meal will come from. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy what we see people do. And they say, oh, it's our culture. What kind of culture? Where in the world do people desecrate their own currency? Your currency is a symbol of your national pride. And we watch people stand on our money, dancing on it, do all kinds of things with it. And we have the law. If we want to stop this nonsense, the punishment has to change. Why is it that Nigerians who can't go to Malaysia to take drugs, they bring it into their country? Because they know their heads will be cut off there. You go to China with illicit drug, your head goes off. You go to Saudi Arabia, your head goes off. You go to Thailand, but they bring it to our country, and then they get a slap on the wrist. So that's why I said that every country gets the kind of crime that it deserves. If we want to put an end to the nonsense that Bob Reckless is doing right now, then, you know, can see she's putting it on the ground. Then let there be no option of fine, even if it is 1 month.
Did they look at the face? Are you looking at a man or a woman?
I've told you, you heard me. If she wants us to believe that she's a man, let her go into a state of undress so that we can verify.
All right. Time to go. But again, it must be stated here, make your choice, but be ready to defend it, you know. If it becomes an illegal matter.
Defense. She didn't even bother to defend. She just pleaded. That's what she did. Because she knew that she would be convicted. So
that she will now use 5 million.
The same way that Naira Marley too wants us to believe that he has become a champion against illicit drug use.